Hello and welcome to Faculty Spotlights for the College of Professional Psychology at the Chicago School. We are joined today by Dr. Keeshawna Brooks, one of our outstanding school psychology faculty members. Welcome, Dr. Brooks.
Thank you so much, Dean Garrison. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Brooks, tell us a little bit about what inspired you to pursue a career in school psychology.
Sure. Honestly, it really started with people always feeling comfortable opening up to me, even as a kid. I didn't always have the answers, but I always knew I wanted to be someone who really helped other people,
Yeah.
especially helping them to feel heard and understood. And later on, I worked in public health research, specifically on research for children, and then eventually, of course, in schools as well, and really seeing how systems impact kids in our communities, especially those who've been historically marginalized. That really solidified it for me. And I just knew I wanted to help people and change systems as well.
Yeah, we're all kind of enmeshed in these interlocking systems, right?
Yeah.
When you think about all of the systems that kids move in and out of, the school system is so central to that. So I can see where that's the place to be, right? If you want to help kids, that's a good place to start.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What is it that you enjoy most about teaching or working with students?
Mhm. You know what? Oh, really watching students find their voice, find how empowered the knowledge and the skills that we develop in the courses, how that blossoms.
Hmm.
It's really amazing to see a student like start off unsure. We've all been there.
Yeah.
And then watching them grow more and more confident in their skills and their values, and just really being able to connect to that journey. And then, what we really specialize in is having students bring their lived experience,
Hmm.
including their practicum, field based experiences, into the classroom and situate that theory into practice models. And so, watching all of that really come together in that moment when theory really becomes real for them,
Hmm.
and watching them blossom into those change agents that we always know that they can be.
Yeah, I think that is such a powerful moment when, you go through a program and you're learning about all these theories, to that moment where they bridge that gap and they're like, "Oh, I know how to use this now. I can make this something real to help someone."
Absolutely. And they teach me a lot as well. It's really
Yeah.
reciprocal in terms of our dialogue and our growth. And we start out talking about how we're building a community of learners.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things that I haven't been in the classroom in a few years now, but it's one of the things that I always really valued about the classroom. Obviously, we're there for the students, but I learned more teaching in the classroom, I think, than what I learned in school myself.
Get it? I
It's
get
just a
it.
powerful tool in both directions.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So, staying on the skill development and learning piece, as students go through your program in school psychology, whether that's the EDS kind of specialist degree or the PsyD in school psychology, they're picking up lots of skills, they're learning lots of lessons. But as you think back about that, what is the one skill or maybe top couple of skills that you hope every single student leaves your program with?
Oh, good question. I'm always thinking about awareness, knowledge, and skills, of course, as
Hmm.
they really build toward their competencies. Um, One that really stands out for me, though, is cultural humility
Hmm.
and that curiosity that comes from being a person who is centered on cultural humility.
Yeah.
So I want them to be able to think about others with respect, with that curiosity, and also that like willingness to grow,
Yeah.
um, and respecting the rich stories that people bring, and being able to listen deeply and just
Yeah.
figure out how to situate their own story in their psychological service provision.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, think about my student journey, and I had this idea that um, I needed to know everything.
Mm,
And I think a lot of students have that kind of built in. They're like, okay, I'm going I'm going to be charged with doing really important work with people, very sensitive work with people. So I got to know everything.
Yes.
And it's such an important skill to step back and have that humility to say,
Yes.
I don't know everything. And I need to create space for people around me to help me learn, to
Mhm.
give, to that humility to just create the space to be open to other people's ideas, other people's perspectives, their backgrounds, because there's a tremendous richness in that. And
Mhm.
if you don't have that kind of cultural humility, you're going to miss a lot.
Absolutely. And I was that student. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm still that person that feels like I have to know it all to really serve my students well and anticipate their needs. And I have to make room for myself to grow and model
Yeah.
that for students.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. So, if you think about students who are looking at the possibility of joining a program like the EDS or the PsyD program in school psychology, and they're kind of going through a consideration phase, what's a piece of advice you would give them as they look at programs?
I would say, really doing some self exploration
Hmm.
and really getting connected to someone who can answer their questions
Yeah.
about the work that we do. And I think that a lot of how we show up as faculty, the work that we do and our approach to our work speaks for itself in
Yeah.
our interactions, but also being able to dialogue and being comfortable enough to ask the questions about the field, about the future, about our own journeys, and being
Yeah.
willing to connect to faculty and other resources and say, I have these questions. I'm trying to show up as a ready-made student, but I also know
Hmm.
I have room to grow. And here are my
Yeah.
questions. Here's my curiosity. And we
Yeah.
can meet you where you are,
Yeah.
So I think that's a key initial starting point, I think, for students who are interested in joining us, asking
Yeah.
those questions, finding mentors. And it also helps you carve out your purpose,
Hmm.
you know, and that purpose and that passion will sustain you,
Yeah.
in the best of days and the worst of days. So I find that to be really important.
Yeah. Asking a lot of questions can help solidify your why.
Yes.
Yeah. Your passion.
Yes.
So you go into it with the right objectives in mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Agree.
So, from your perspective, let me ask, I can't remember, how long have you been with the Chicago School?
Yeah, I joined in August of 2019.
Okay.
I sure
So,
did.
what is that? Going on 6 years now then?
Yeah, just about. Just
Yeah.
about.
So you've seen a lot of students go through the program. You kind of know the program culture and the faculty and what we do to support students. Could you talk a little bit about why you think the Chicago School would be a good option for students to pursue their degree in school psychology?
I sure can. I think that that theory to practice model,
Hmm.
it really is well integrated in all the work we do. I think we attract people who have a good, strong theoretical foundation and also how to apply it in service to the community
Yeah.
and to the individuals that reside in those community and those systems that make up the community as well. I think too, we also are innovative. I think we really pride ourselves on thinking about fairness and justice,
Hmm.
and making sure that we can make psychological service accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
I think those are things that I saw from day one, even before I joined. Just the
Hmm.
reputation of the Chicago School was one where you come knowing that you're joining a community that is about supporting others,
Yeah.
and thinking in an innovative way to do so.
Yeah. Beautifully
And
said.
we also have fun. I just want to add that. We do.
Yeah.
We do. We have purpose, meeting preparation, but we also know that we are humans that want to bring joy to the work that we do.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
serious about it, but we like to enjoy the work as well.
Yeah, I'll just say I've had an opportunity to see the school psychology program newsletters come out, and there's always plenty of fun programmed in. So
Yeah, yeah, it's important.
Well, Dr. Brooks, it's been a real pleasure. Thanks for joining today.
Oh, glad to be here. Thank you.